We just came out of Addams Family.
Yes.
Thank you to Real D for the very fun experience that we had.
Oh my God.
The movie was something I was not extremely I was kind of like, oh, I guess I'll see it because I have such a love for the originals.
Yeah, I have such an attachment to it that I'm going to want to see it no matter what.
Yeah, but this movie was really good, guys.
Let's start with non-spoilers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Non-spoilers.
It is every bit the fun that you remembered if you saw the originals or you even watched the series.
Yeah.
It has the same kind of feel of the characters that you've always wanted and you expect from this family.
With a fun new little twist on it, I feel like.
Yeah. It feels like it gets right into the goods without
no
working
hesitation.
up to it. Yeah.
No hesitation.
We don't need any kind of pre-story except for fun little things we didn't ever get to see before.
Yeah.
So there's so much about it that I really, really just adored so much.
And I wasn't sure how I'd feel about the animation.
Yeah.
The look in general, I was unsure of how I'd feel about it, but I ended up really liking it, especially more after we were told about how that was the vision that he originally wanted.
Yeah.
Was it the original writer of it?
The animation actually works really well.
So perfectly.
All I can say is it was fun,
Yes.
and there was a great message for kids in it, and it was family friendly, but it had that truly
Still
dark
had the-
side that you love about the whole
Still had the Addams Family vibe.
Absolutely, it wasn't lacking in the slightest.
No.
So that was our spoiler-free review, and now we're going to get into our spoiler-filled review, which in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
First, switch arms. You want to switch arms first?
Yeah, I got the two-hand thing going.
Okay,
yeah,
we're good.
The movie starts off with this really cool wedding ceremony, which we've never seen anything like
a younger
that.
Morticia
and Gomez, yeah.
And that was so much fun, seeing her with short hair.
It's hideous.
It's horrible.
It's home.
And it just starts off right away with that quirky Addams Family, weird, creepy intro.
And you have all the villagers with torches, and we didn't have to sit through Fester's introduction into the family, which I love. It was just, he was a part of the family right from the get-go.
And that was that.
Yeah, and I didn't want to see that again. It happened once, but yeah, it was cool. They're monsters in this beautiful wedding.
It's
and
so cool. The way she cranked on on her corset.
The movie really focuses on her at the beginning there.
On her boots. It is so great. She uses the ashes of her mother as her eyeshadow and the ashes of her father as a highlight on her cheekbone. And I was just
it was the perfect way to start up the film to give you an idea of what you're in for.
What you're stepping into. It's the Addams Family. And you got that mixed reaction in the audience where there were people like me and a couple others who were like, oh my God, yes. And you heard the couple scattered ew. And I was like, yes, I love it. This is Addams Family. This is perfect.
Yeah. It shows the origin of how they come across Lurch, who is an insane asylum patient, and then he becomes their butler right away. But
so good.
Everything about the intro was really strong, and then it just continues to stay strong. I actually really like Pugsley more in this movie than I did in the originals because
he's so cute in this.
Both Wednesday and Pugsley were very strong in this film.
Yes.
In some ways, more strong than ever before. That was the biggest fear. I thought, oh no, are we going to get a weak Wednesday? But no, they were definitely referencing more of the original movies more than anything. I mean, even casting Oscar Isaac as the lead, you know. He had more of that Latino feel to him. The references are not only direct references to the TV series, here the comics as well, but the movies abundantly. Sure, they swap out some roles here and there, but
for the most part, it was just left and right.
It was we're getting the same two movies all wrapped up in one, except with something completely new and a whole new story and a whole new villain and a whole new atmosphere. It was so good.
The villain.
The villain. Allison Janney.
Janney. Oh my
She's
God.
literally an HGTV host. Well, not literally, but pretty much.
But pretty much. And oh my gosh, she killed it. She did so great. I love her so much.
She's an over-the-top, high-tech host of narcissism and a little bit of Barbie thrown in there.
A little bit. And it's her trying to basically take over this town and create...
And control everything. Yeah.
Control it all.
Yeah. The whole, like, message behind the entire movie is about, like, assimilation. Literally, that's the town.
The name of the town she wants it. The
It's
neighborhood
just
of assimilation.
become what everyone else is.
Their little song is... why would you want to be yourself when you could be
like
everybody else? Like, ew, you know?
It's always fun when you don't have a choice. But Allison Janney's character's daughter was such a fun character because she had the strongest character arc, because she starts off as sort of following suit with her mother, but then by the end she's just full-on Wednesday's
Emo,
bestie.
like Wednesday's bestie.
It's so cool,
so
yeah.
good.
I've done this thousands of times.
Give my creature life!
But it was funny to see them both going through the same thing. It just in completely different spectrums.
Yeah.
Because like she was going through it with her mom, where her mom was telling her she needed to wear pink and be happy and do this and be like everyone. And then Wednesday was dealing with like her mom saying you have to be like all the Addams, you have to do this.
And Wednesday was starting to rebel in that pink direction until she realized that everything about that world wasn't for her. But, you know.
For the most part. But she likes the people a little bit. Like
Right.
she likes having a friend. She likes being able to go out and still see it.
And that's really, again, the heart of this whole film is it's okay to be different. It's okay to try new things.
Yeah.
But you need to embrace who you really are and be who you really are instead of
matter what.
trying to just make people like you.
Yeah.
Like
if
yourself.
Even if you're a little dark and spooky and you like weird things.
And if you don't, that's also okay.
Too.
Yeah.
If you like unicorns and rainbows
It
and
was,
butterflies.
honestly, it was throughout the whole film, and it was a strong message. And if I had children, I would absolutely, this would be one of the first films I want them to see, because it's very wonderful to like be an expression, you know, let yourself express yourself and be whatever it is that your heart desires. Be who you want to be.
Very accepting.
Don't conform.
Yeah.
It's
It was so good.
It was so good.
So lame in the best way possible. Oh, it was
Funny.
fun. It was terrible. Awful. And now on Wednesday.
It was absolutely a riot. I snickered several times.
I was laughing out loud. Like, it was just such a... I like what they... Because again, with animation, you have that freedom of doing really silly, weird things. And they took advantage of that in the best way possible. Also, Wednesday's hair.
Oh my God.
She had little nooses in her... Oh my God. I want little nooses hanging from my braids.
Yeah, it was every little design
All the
element.
little details were just...
Yeah, it was masterful. I loved it
good.
so much, and I'm definitely interested in purchasing it when it comes out to digital or 4K or whatever.
Yes.
And I hope it gets a sequel. And in terms of fan theory, I think it actually has a good chance.
I think it has potential to have a sequel, and I'd be really interested to see what they do with it.
Yeah.
Because we had that little plot twist at the end where, you know, Allison Janney starts dating their
Fester, yep.
Oh, so good.
There was a lot to love,
Yeah.
and I love it just as much as the originals.
Yay!
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree. So great.
It's all so different.
Pugsley, don't drink it all. This gentleman wants some too. What a nervous man.
This is my fan theory. What's yours?
Wasn't that a great episode? I just love doing this show. It's so fun, and the only way to keep it going is if, you know, you support us by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, or clicking that bell so you can see what happens next. But the biggest support you can give us is by supporting us over at that link there. You know, Patreon. We have one of those. It's pretty cool.